Thank you so much for joining me today at Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine. Welcome to your yoga practice today. We are going to take care of our legs and our feet today. So this is especially helpful for those of you who might be on your feet a lot during the day, or maybe you're not usually on your feet, but you've spent the day on your legs all day. But our feet are our foundation. So if our feet and our legs are not feeling good, it's hard for the rest of your body to feel good. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of time out on the mat today. Wear something nice and comfortable so that you can move easily, and I will meet you on the mat. So today I'm going to start sitting on a cushion. So any kind of couch cushion or anything like that you might find helpful for your practice today, just to lift the hips up a little bit, would probably come in handy. You can also use a rolled up towel or a blanket that's folded up on itself, just to give the hips a little bit of height. And when you find yourself sitting on your cushion or your support, you don't have to use one if you don't want to, but it might help you to sit a little taller and find a little bit more space in the hips. We're going to come into butterfly pose. So in Sanskrit, that's Baddha Konasana. You might know it as cobbler's pose. You can bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees come out to the sides. If this is not comfortable for you, you can take a couple more pillows or towels or blankets or blocks if you have them. And you can put them right out here underneath the knees, just to give yourself a little bit more support. So whatever's comfortable for you. The feet can be out away from the hips so that you have a little bit more room in the legs, or you can draw them in a little bit closer. So starting here with the hands on the ankles or around the feet or on the knees, whatever feels good in your body. Let's go ahead and take a moment just to notice the breath, to become present in this practice, to set the intention that we are taking care of our feet and our legs today. And just notice where you are, how you feel, scanning the body, noticing where there might be a little tension or a little tightness, maybe closing your eyes so that it's a little easier to come inward. And if that's not comfortable for you, just take a soft gaze. And we'll just breathe here and actively draw those shoulder blades down the back, tuck the chin, lift the heart. One more full breath here. And then let's go ahead and kind of hinge forward at the hips, just enough so that you can reach those feet. And we're going to take the thumbs and the finger pads, and we're just going to explore the outside edges of the feet. Maybe coming to the heels, the inside of the ankles, maybe the ball of the foot right underneath that big toe. Maybe squeezing the toes in between the fingers and the thumbs, squeezing that big toe and kind of pulling outward gently. And then the second toe, just sort of squishing it and rolling it and giving it a little bit of gentle self-massage here all the way into the pinky toes. Maybe taking those finger pads and tracing in between the little bones, the little metatarsals, I think, on the top of the feet. And just seeing what feels good here today. And then maybe holding your interlaced fingers over the toes, cupping them. We can continue kind of hinging forward at the hips, drawing those elbows down towards the calves, tucking the chin, lifting the heart, making just a little bit of space in the hips here to support the rest of the legs. Breathing here nice and slow, in and out through the nose if that's available to you. I know some people get a little stuffy, so if you need to breathe through the mouth, that's fine too. When you're ready to come out, we'll inhale to hinge back up to a nice tall seat. And then we'll draw the legs out in front of us, and I'm just gonna turn towards the side so I'm out along the long edge of the mat. And you can remove your cushion here or your support if you like, or you can stay right up on top of it. We'll send the legs out long. Let's find that nice tall mountain pose spine here with the tucked chin and the lifted heart and the shoulder blades drawn towards the back pockets. And then let's go ahead and bend the right knee, bringing the sole of the foot to the mat and just sort of hug it in. Take a breath here. And then gently let that right knee come down towards the mat, bringing the left foot to the inside of the left leg. And that might be up here at the inner thigh. It might be a little bit lower towards the knee, or even the inside of the calf. But as close to the groin as you can comfortably get it. We'll take those fingertips out to the sides here so we can find that nice tall spine. We'll flex the left foot, but keep a gentle bend in the left knee, or it might be bent pretty high here, and you can use your blocks or blanket or support underneath the knee if that feels good to you here. Then we'll inhale those arms up alongside the ears, and as we exhale, we'll just hinge forward at the hips again like we did in our butterfly pose, keeping the heart in line with the left knee. Keeping the back nice and straight. We'll inhale length and then exhale to release the fingertips down towards the earth. And here we're gonna resist the urge to grab the foot or the ankle here, and we're just gonna gently walk the fingertips forward every time we exhale. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. Exhaling to draw the belly a little bit closer to the thigh. And when you get as far as is comfortable for you without compromising your long spine, we're just going to stay there and breathe 3 nice breaths. So keeping that long spine, keeping the chin tucked, keeping the shoulder blades down the back and the heart lifted. Notice what you feel in that left leg, maybe even in the right hip, maybe in the low back. You can bring the palms down to the mat and relax the fingertips. And when you're ready to come out, we'll inhale and just kind of creepy crawl those fingers back to a nice long spine and send that right leg out long again. And then we'll hug the left knee in, drawing the sole of the foot to the mat before we open the left knee out to the side here, out to the left side, and bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of the left leg. We'll find that nice long spine here. Inhale the arms up alongside the ears. Exhale to hinge kind of up and over that right thigh. Keeping the heart in line with the right knee, keeping a gentle bend in the right knee, flexing those toes, and then releasing the fingertips down to the mat as we continue that journey closer to the shin, inhaling length in the spine and exhaling to come any amount closer to that right leg. Breathing here, finding your full expression of this pose, this head to knee pose, or Janu Shirsasana in Sanskrit. And when you've found that full expression, go ahead and relax the palms and stay there for 3 full breaths. Just kind of letting yourself settle into this pose. noticing where things might be releasing and making space for you. And then we'll inhale back up to a nice tall spine, and exhale to send the legs out long. Maybe give them a little shake here. And then let's go ahead and come to the knees here, either swinging the legs to one side or the other, putting your support aside a little bit. We're going to get a little bit of a stretch in the bottoms of the feet. So go ahead and come to high kneeling here. We'll curl the toes under, and you might want to reach back and sort of really keep those toes from kind of bunching up. They get kind of stuck here. Maybe bring that pinky toe all the way to the mat. And you can sit on the heels here and get a nice big stretch in the bottoms of the feet. And if that's too intense, you can lean forward on those fingertips and just stretch back as much as feels good to you. If that's not enough here, you can walk the hands to the tops of the thighs and maybe bring them back behind you, opening up through the hip flexors a little bit and getting more of a stretch in the bottoms of the feet. So wherever you are, take a breath or two there. And when you're ready to come out, walk the fingertips in front of you, turn the tops of the feet back to the mat, kind of give them a little pitter patter out. Then we're going to come into child's pose. We'll keep the knees and the feet parallel to one another so that the thighs are together. And we'll keep the tops of the feet on the mat. We'll walk those arms forward. And again, you can use a block or a pillow or a rolled up towel to support the head here. Or if it feels good to you and it's comfortable for you, you can bring the head all the way to the mat. And then you can draw those arms alongside the body so that you can reach back to those feet and find a new way to give yourself a self-massage here with those hands. So you can squeeze the backs of the heels, get into the outer edge of the feet. Maybe use the knuckles to come up along the calves here. Whatever you can reach. We're just going to be here for a couple more breaths. You might find a little tension relief in the forehead while you're here by kind of moving the forehead on the mat a little bit in circles or from side to side. And when you're ready to come out, we'll just go ahead and roll up to Virasana, Hero's Pose. After being down a little bit, you might find that you're just a little lightheaded when you come back to a tall seat. So take a moment to reestablish that connection with the body. And then we're going to finish up with legs up the wall. Now, if you don't have a wall handy, you can use this chair here that magically appeared. And you can come to your back, come back onto your fingertips and kind of scooch close to the chair and lift one leg at a time up to the seat of the chair. And then using your forearms and then your elbows and then your triceps. I don't know why I keep saying tri-tips. I'm a vegan, so I haven't had tri-tip in a super long time. Maybe it's a Freudian slip, who knows. And we'll just come to the legs being supported on the edge of the chair or your couch or your bed. If you do have a wall nearby. And actually, I'm going to show you real quick. If you are with legs on a chair here, in order to safely come out, we'll just draw the knees in towards the chest and roll to one side or the other and then push up to a nice tall seat. If you have a wall nearby, you can scooch with one side of your body towards the wall. I have my left side towards the wall here. And I'm just going to use my hands kind of in the same way that I did when I was getting the legs on the chair, and kind of walk myself around so that I'm laying on my back. And you can press into the triceps here to sort of scoot yourself, that's the technical term, closer to the wall. And you can press in the triceps to lift the heart and draw those shoulder blades into one another. And then you can kind of lift the head just enough to tuck the chin and place the head back down on the mat. And from here you can open up the arms, letting the palms shine up towards the sky. Or maybe you prefer to keep your hands on your belly so that you can be connected to the breath here. This pose will help to reset the lymphatic system and send all that venous blood that has pooled into the legs during the day back down towards the heart and the brain. And you can find legs on a chair or legs up the wall anytime you feel like you need a little relief from those feet and those legs. And you can stay here just as long as you like. Coming back to that breath, resetting, recharging, relaxing, and restoring. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe. If you think it might be helpful for someone else, please go ahead and share it. I think we need to spread the love and the yoga as far across the world as we possibly can. Thank you so much for joining me today. And from here, I will bid you peace in your thoughts and peace in your hearts. Namaste.